Welcome to the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Unfiltered laughs, honest conversations, and everything in between.
This is your backstage pass to the best moments from Ryder and Lisa.
On demand.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.
You're in a bit of a pickle.
I am. So I am emceeing a award show tonight for business owners who are deserving of all of these different categories. It is during the game tonight, but luckily the organizers they were on top of it. They're like, we're putting the game on behind you. I was like, even better. In case I screw up, no one's listening to me.
Edmonton is just ridiculous with this stuff, eh?
This is one of those like fancy events, and they're like, no, not this year. Like, we're going to have fun.
They know how many people just wouldn't show up.
They wouldn't show up, or they would be on their, like, watching the game on their phone under the table. So,
true.
But it is still it's a nice event. I don't have any nice clothes. I don't know what happened to all my clothes, but ever since I feel like 2019, COVID, I'm just wearing leggings.
Well,
that's all I own.
As things kind of became outdated in your closet, you would donate them, but you wouldn't have events to replace them.
Exactly. So I have nothing nice anymore. And it's going to be really hot. Like, it's at a venue, but I'm going to be sweating.
Those pants that you're wearing, too, have a hole in the back.
What?
So I wouldn't wear those for sure.
What do you do when you're in a pinch?
Go shopping.
I don't have time to shop and then hate everything I try on.
Yeah,
so what do I do?
You'd have to.
Does anyone have a power suit I can borrow for a couple hours tonight? It will be returned with massive pit stains, but I'd be forever grateful. I got into this gig thinking no one would ever see me. And then, businesses evolve. Look at your average restaurant. They're posting Instagram reels now. They're being told to be comedians. They got to be actors, Oscar-winning actors in these little short films that are being posted. Same with us.
Most of the ones I've seen are not Oscar-worthy, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, anyway. Neither will my performance tonight won't be Oscar-worthy either. So we'll see what happens.
Do you remember when we were at our friend's wedding and there was a game on?
Oh, that was so funny.
And I couldn't help it but yell when we scored.
Well, and
everybody stopped.
The groom was a Flames fan.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
No.
I think people are getting a little too comfortable being slightly perverted on Facebook these days.
Ryder, I think you're right, because sometimes I'll see the comment section, and you know what kind of comment section you're getting as soon as you see a post. You're like, oh, can't wait to see the comments under this. These are people's real accounts. It shows where they work.
That's what I'm saying.
Half of them are in a relationship, and they are just
going for it.
They don't care.
Sending it. I saw one post today, and it was an American radio show, it looked like. And the female co-host had her bare feet up on the table. And
see, I already know what's about to be said here.
The question was, is it disrespectful to have a coworker who does this? And the top comment is, no, looks like lunch to me.
Guy just wants to suck on her toes. He's probably been married for 40 years.
Well, that's it. Like,
man, yeah, people just don't care.
I saw pictures of the Oilers getting off of the plane in Dallas, and they're all in their suits and stuff. And it's just straight up horned up women in the comment section.
Love that.
Like the Leon Draisaitl picture, I would love to get in that man's pants.
Are we doing what? No, my favorite is I follow Sydney Sweeney only for the comedic relief of seeing people I know not only liking, but commenting. Looking good, Sydney. She's not reading this. She doesn't even run her own account.
Right.
Stop trying to get attention from Sydney Sweeney. Even yesterday, I saw Zach Hyman. There's a picture of him in the hospital before his surgery that he had. And Oilers Nation posted this, and they said, everybody tag Zach Hyman in the comments and wish him a speedy recovery. Great idea. So I'm like, oh, I didn't know Zach Hyman had Instagram. I click on his page. I go to it. I'm like, there's no way he's the one posting any of this. He has somebody who runs his account. And then I'm going through the comments again. People I've known for years. Hey, Zach. Really hoping that you can pull through with this. Thank you for everything. I'm like, he's not reading that. He is not looking at that. He's too busy being a father.
At least they're not being perverts, though.
That's true.
Like, even when somebody posts a really risky picture and you see which one of your friends is a little bit perverted, because it'll say like 19,000 people like this. And Tristan.
Steve. Steve, get back to work. You know who's heartless? A boyfriend who farts in his girlfriend's face after she just got surgery.
No, he didn't fart in her face. He farted around her.
Oh, okay.
But she was immobile, so she couldn't move.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, because she had surgery, so she was stuck, like, kind of smelling it, I guess. Which, still rude on his part, but I don't think he was like, check this out.
I thought that was exactly what happened. Anyway, we need to break this down. Play 107, we're Ryder and Lisa. This woman has gone viral after opening up about how sick she got after her boyfriend farted in her face.
Today I realized that I think my ex-boyfriend got the best possible breakup revenge that anyone could ever get. We dated like 7 years ago. I've had a persistent sinus infection ever since he and I stayed in a hotel one night after I had surgery. And he farted terribly. Like, I couldn't breathe. I've never, ever smelled anything that even compares to that. And I got my sinus infection cultured today. I've gotten it like imaged. I've had all of these tests done. Doctors haven't been able to figure it out. And it is E. coli. And usually don't get E. coli in your sinuses because E. coli is from poop. So like, I don't know, how does that get in your sinuses unless you have a boyfriend who farts disgustingly and you are forced to inhale it because you are immobile after ankle surgery? Oh my God.
You know, when you have to stay in a hotel room with someone, there's not a lot of hiding that can happen. You can't.
I realized that I think
you can't just like go out in the hallway and fart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You could do what you do in the studio here and just have a designated fart corner.
Ryder, that's a rumor. That's not true.
Okay.
You know what should have happened? I've told this story on the show in the past, and I think it has been very helpful for a lot of people that listen. This is what we're here for, to give you advice when it comes to gas.
Oh, is this the towel thing?
So I have a girlfriend that when she was dating this guy, she stayed at his place.
Yeah.
And it was a small place. So like she knew if she went to the washroom, he'd be able to hear everything. So we're standing around, we're talking about, you know, the next morning when you got to go. And it's like, this sucks. Like, you got to get out of there. She's like, don't you guys just use the bathroom and just like fart into their towel? We were like, what? She's like, yeah, it makes it so it's not as loud. So you bunch up this guy's towel and you fart into it? She's like, yeah, I thought everyone does that. We were like, nope, pretty sure just you. And that guy now is pink eye.
Well,
so kind of the same story as this
That could
situation.
lead to a sinus infection for sure. Farting in somebody's towel and then they go and use the shower right after.
Right.
Get it all steamy in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's where bacteria spreads. I actually was just reading the other day that you're supposed to wash your shower curtain every month. I was like, why? It's in the shower. It's clean.
Yeah, they get pretty gross, though.
Apparently, it holds 60 times more fecal matter and bacteria than a toilet seat.
Every time I hear that comparison, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, because of the particles that fly up in the air. It's not like there's like smeared fecal matter on it. It's just the bacteria that when you flush a toilet, it shoots right up.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of toilets. They don't shoot right up.
Yeah, the air that goes up.
The fart air from the toilet shoots up and goes everywhere.
It's a fact. That's why there's a lid. You close it before you flush.
You what?
You're supposed to close it before you flush so the particles don't go all up in the air? What are you doing? Leaning over it and looking in as it swirls around?
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
Okay, fecal face.
So wash your shower curtains, don't fart into towels, and if you have somebody who is recovering from surgery, try to find another room to fart in.
Yeah, go for a walk. Skullets are back.
Skullets are in this summer, Hulk Hogan style.
Did they really go anywhere? Every single summer I see a skullet.
At what age is it appropriate to actually grow one? Because I'm right there. I could have to shave a few hairs from the top of my head, but they're mostly gone, but I still have like a full head of hair around the skullet region.
Go for it.
Well, I know, but I'm serious when I ask at what age is that appropriate? Because you don't see 35-year-olds with it. I'm 42 now.
Yeah.
Feels like I'm still too young to be taken seriously with a skullet.
If someone has it and they're younger than your age, I think it's ironic. Like, I think they're not being serious about it. Whereas, yeah, there's a certain age where you rock the skullet and you're serious about it and nobody judges you.
And I think it can look okay. Like Larry David rocks a pretty good skullet.
That's true. I mean, your average Uncle Terry has a skullet. They're usually wearing the same jean jacket they've worn for 40 years.
Yeah.
It's got oil stains on it. It smells like cigarettes. And you never say anything about their hair. You go, yeah, that's Uncle Terry. Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Because there's also the cool part of a skullet is you can wear a hat and it still looks like you have a full head of hair under there.
You look great. Yeah.
And I'd like a little hockey hair coming out.
Mm-hmm. Maybe get some wings going.
Get the wings going, yeah. So this whole skullet summer thing, I mean, maybe I should experiment.
You should embrace it.
I feel like I'm too young, though.
Also, wouldn't you be more offended if no one said anything? If you were like the Uncle Terry where you come around and everyone's just like, hey, Ryder.
Yeah.
What's up? And they don't say anything about your hair. I'd shave it immediately.
True. Pretty funny tweet. Working my first office job. Is it normal to not have anything to do?
Oh, you never say that, though.
Well, that's what the top response is. Yes, but don't ever say it or look it. Ever. Walk fast, always hold something, and don't smile until noon.
Yes, that's so true. And just like print things. You know, like go to the printer, even if it's just a motivational quote of the day.
Yeah,
like, you gotta look busy.
Your favorite sports stats. Print those off.
Whatever.
And start learning those.
Do the Wordle of the day. You just got to look busy, okay? Because, as soon as you look bored or say you're bored or you have nothing to do, guess what happens? You get more workload.
Yeah. So we're asking you, what do you do when you're forking?
Mm-hmm, fake working. What is your schedule actually like? Because I know a lot of people that work 9-to-5 jobs, they're done everything by noon.
Right.
What are you doing in the afternoon then?
You got to just look busy. So how do you look busy? Hit us up if you've got an answer. You're kind of a master at this, and this goes beyond work.
Yes.
Like, I've watched you help friends move before, and it's actually amazing how you can look like you are crushing it and not do a damn thing.
Yeah, I went to a house party once, and the next day we were all like told to come back and clean. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
And we were all willing to help. So what I did is I just took empties, like cans, and I moved them from one side of the kitchen to the other, back and forth, while keeping conversations with people so they were distracted.
Yeah, like that's why I really hesitate to invite you to anything, is because you're pulling moves like that.
This was a long time ago, Ryder.
Okay.
I've changed. People change.
Obviously, a lot of jobs you can't fake work, but there is a significant number of ones that you can.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, like you still get the work done, but
Right.
you don't need 9 to 5 p.m. to do so.
Right. Yeah, I used to stick around here longer than I needed to because I knew it was a good look. Mm-hmm. But there was times where I'd take my computer, my laptop, into a room with me that had a couch, and I'd sleep. But I'd sleep light enough that if the door opened, I knew to wake up, and I'd just continue like I was still typing.
Wow.
Like, it worked out actually really good. I had some of the best naps of my life here at work while people were like, man, he puts in those hours.
He's working so hard.
Yeah. This text says, I print the employee code of conduct and pretend to read it and highlight it just to look busy.
Oh my gosh.
This one says, I put headphones in, make sure people can't see my computer or phone screen, and occasionally say cliche business things like I'm on a conference call. Just watching YouTube. Yeah, you could say that again,
Oh
boss.
my gosh, that's brilliant. We're learning a lot right now.
Ryan says, in our material laydown, my cousin would just randomly move things to look busy. His name was Morgan, so I called the technique Morganizing.
That's so good. Yeah, hit us up. We'd love to hear from you. How do you fork fake work? Because, not a lot of people need a full 8 hours or 7 hours to get their work done. Again, this is situational. A lot of people are on their feet working their butt off for their entire shift. Don't get us wrong.
And to you, good job.
Yes.
But to everyone else, good job too, kind of.
Kind of.
Did you hear the news with Survivor 50 coming up?
I did. I can't believe this. Are you telling me there's been 49 seasons?
Yeah, I think the 49th starts right away.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that, or 49's on now, maybe. I'm not a big watcher of it. I watched the first season, I think. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the only thing that I remember from Survivor was the naked guy that won.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only thing I
think he won the
remember.
first season, didn't he?
I think so.
Spoiler.
Oh, no, spoiler.
Shouldn't have said that.
Whoops. Apparently, the host, Jeff, makes more than what the prize is each episode or something like that.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true. That's just like something I heard once.
He does oversee it, and it's obviously been a huge success if they've had 49 seasons.
And he's hosted every single season.
But the 50th sounds like it's going to be awesome. They're pulling some of the most well-liked or most hated players from a bunch of previous seasons, including going back to like season, I think, 1 and 2 they might have people from.
Whoa.
The biggest story, though, is that Mike White is among the 24 returning players. He is the creator of The White Lotus.
Mm-hmm. He wrote it, directed it, produced it. He's a genius. And I saw old clips of him from when he was on Survivor.
Yeah, in 2018, he was there for season 37, David versus Goliath, finished as runner-up.
He was so funny on it. There's one scene where he obviously won a challenge and he got to drink red wine. So drunk. Wine mouth, bossing everyone around. I'm like, this is perfect. So I'm excited. I'm going to be watching. I don't know any of the other contestants, though. Like you said, Ryder, not the biggest Survivor fan at this point in my life, but I'm willing to get back into it thanks to Mike White.
Yeah. Yeah, even when Jeff Probst, the host, is that how you say his last name?
Yep.
Was going through all the players that were returning. I've never really watched the show other than season 1, and I was still like, ooh, I wonder who it's going to be.
Yeah.
But then it turned out I did know one of the contestants, which is Mike White, the creator of The White Lotus. Kind of cool that there's like that celebrity status going to be on a show that normally doesn't have it.
He's a vegan. How's that going to work on the island? I guess all they eat is like rice, right?
Yeah, and
Berries.
like vegetables and fruit, probably.
They don't eat that much meat.
I'm sure if you can get by getting through a McDonald's drive-through being a vegan, you can probably get by in the bush with fruits and vegetables.
I guess.
Come on.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, when they win the challenges and they get, like, this huge feast of lobster and stuff, what's he going to do? Just eat the kale under it?
I guess.
Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
We may have one of our most nervous competitors of all time. Brianne joins us for 1K wordplay. You ready to win $1,000 or what?
Yep.
All
Okay,
right.
let's get this over with so you don't have a panic attack. You've got this, okay? You got Justin in the car with you. Are your kids in the car as well?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so great. Who's your teammate for Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay?
Ryder.
I like that this is in front of a live studio audience in her car.
I know,
hey?
it's perfect.
Okay, I'm getting out of here.
Okay, bye, Ryder. All right, Brianne, I'm going to start that 25-second timer after I say the first word. Best of luck.
Okay.
What comes to mind when I say honey?
B.
New.
Old.
Trim.
Cut.
Cackle.
Football.
Frosting.
Icing.
Good answers. I'm assuming you heard tackle, so I'm actually going to change my word to that. I did say cackle, like when you laugh, but it's fine. I like what you said, and we're going to roll with that. Let's get Ryder back in the studio. He didn't hear anything. Let's see how many words match with yours, Brianne. You did great. Take a deep breath. Your work is done, okay?
Okay. Ew, I sound
How'd we do?
It was great. Ryder, what comes to mind when I say new?
I'm going to say old.
That's right, $25.
All right.
Woo!
We're rolling.
Honey,
B.
$50. Brianne, nice work.
I wanted to say badger.
Tackle,
Football.
$75. For $100, what comes to mind when I say frosting?
Cake.
Icing was the answer. It's okay. We got $75. Brianne could win 100. Trim.
Hair.
Cut. Brianne, you did so good. You picked up $75. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks for playing.
Okay.
Have a good day. She's just... You know that moment when you're nervous, you're put on the spot,
Yeah.
It's live radio, and you kind of black out? I feel like that was the case for Brianne, but she did so great. Your next chance to play tomorrow morning at 7:50.
AI is getting out of hand. To me, it's just the fact that they can pull the wool over so many people's eyes, even if it's so obviously BS. Like the one I read today was a hockey one. I don't know if anybody else is getting these on their Facebook with like latest news and then a complete BS story.
Made up stories like Connor McDavid is having a baby boy.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a great example one. Here's another one. After suffering a defeat, head coach Peter DeBoer from the Dallas Stars blamed the loss on Oilers fans, claiming their excessive booing prevented his players from performing at their best. He's now reportedly planning to file a petition with the NHL to ban Edmonton fans from attending any games. This is not real.
How is energy even being put into this? Why is
The
energy
comment
being
section, people are like, I can't believe you do that.
It's just for clicks?
Yeah, it's just-
And then they make money off those clicks.
100%.
Okay, so it's
And
just fake.
They'll post with a link
Yeah.
more on this story, and then their
Here.
website gets more money.
Yeah.
But it's just absolute nonsense. That one, very easy to identify that it's fake. There is one going around right now, though, that is so hard to tell if it's real or not.
I was bamboozled
Yeah, you were.
for hours. Okay? I saw the video and I watched it and I went, whoa, that's wild. And then I moved on with my day thinking it was legit. Hours go by. I read a tweet from someone else that says, I feel like a boomer today. And I went, what does she mean? She goes on to say, I should have my TikTok taken away from me. What did she say? She said, I should be taken out back on TikTok Live. Because she was bamboozled into believing that this emotional support kangaroo that was trying to get on an airplane was real when it was in fact AI generated. And I went, oh, that's the one that I saw.
And
How did
believed.
I not question it? I just kind of went, oh, is that where we're at? People have kangaroos that they bring on flights? Sure. And then I moved on with my day because it looked so real.
The Kangaroos holding its plane ticket and just waiting patiently for an argument to finish between the person working at the airport and I guess the Kangaroos owner is what it's supposed to look like.
Apparently the language isn't even real. So everyone watching it assumes it's a different language,
Just in
so
a
they
different
don't know
language,
what's
they don't
being
know.
said. The kangaroo looks so, first of all, chill. I was like, that is a good emotional support kangaroo.
It's just this slow zoom in on it. And yeah, it is really tough to tell if it's real or not.
It's really scary to be online these days.
I think they have to eventually put, like, they should be legally mandatory if there's any AI fake generated stuff in your post to put it there, especially for the older generation, so they don't get duped into.
Oh, yeah, because I believed this.
Yeah, exactly. Like you
kinda funny
wanted a
now.
kangaroo.
It's kind of funny now that I'm like, I can't believe I saw that. I went, oh, yeah, cool.
Whoa.
Well, all right.
It's Play 107 with Ryder and Lisa talking about AI and just how many people it is lying to and manipulating online. Lisa yesterday was hook, line, and sinker that there was an emotional support kangaroo not being allowed on a flight. And I watched the video thinking I was going to make fun of you, but I can see why you believed it. It looked
looked real.
so real.
Rachel's listening to the show and said, I absolutely shared that onto my Facebook. I said, did you believe it? She's like, no, kangaroos are huge and they don't fit under your seat. They're terrible flyers. Then she wrote again, all right, maybe I believed it for a hot second. It looks so real.
Yeah. You were saying there's one that you saw involving Mark Carney. What was it? Like, what was he saying in it?
It says that as of July, essentially, that all lifted trucks will have to have their lift kit removed. All vehicles with tints will have to have them removed. And all vehicles that are older than the year 2000 are not allowed to be on the streets anymore.
It's just firing people up.
Right? And I'm like, there's no way that would be legal. This is so fake.
Oh, man. And the thing is, it's just going to get so many people twisted up, and then they're going to end up sitting around campfires on the weekend and
telling the story to other people that don't check the news, and then they believe it. Oh, it's bad.
Exactly. Like, I'm not taking out my lift kit. No way. And then all these people are going to be up in arms.
It is actually scary how much you can manipulate a large portion of the population. And with how real it's looking now, it's scary.
Exactly. I do agree with you, Ryder, that they do need to have some kind of AI-generated notification on the videos.
Yeah, 100%. We're talking about AI videos and how easy they are to believe. You're saying that this isn't a new thing.
No. Look at the Canadian House Hippo. When I first moved to Canada, I thought that was real, and I went looking all the time. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I talked to any millennial, and they're like, yeah, I thought the Canadian House Hippo was real.
What even was that commercial trying to sell us? I don't remember.
I think it was actually a public service announcement that was like, don't believe everything you see on TV and online.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Okay, and I believed it too, especially the part where the little hippo was tracking peanut butter steps through the house.
I'll tell you, first, at least a dozen times, I only watched the beginning, and then I went looking for a house hippo.
How much would you pay for a Canadian house hippo these days if you could get one?
A little baby.
Oh, well, you're definitely, that's going to be an exotic pet. So what? You have to be pretty rich. I would say 10, 20 grand.
Yeah, 10, 12 grand. Yeah, that's right. Did you see the teaser trailer that's just dropped for the new Keanu Reeves movie?
No.
It does look really good, too. So it's called Good Fortune, and he plays an angel in it who is bored of his job, which is just stopping people from texting and driving. And so he asks for something more meaningful, and he gets to help a struggling freelancer and a rich investor find more meaning in life. It also features Aziz Ansari and Seth Rogen. Keke Palmer is in it as well. It premieres October 17th. I watched the trailer and I was really pumped for it.
Okay, I saw you watching something over there and you were giggling to yourself, which I think it's hard to find funny movies these days, so that is awesome to hear.
Well, it's nice that, they put together a great cast and are releasing a good comedy movie by the look of it, because it seems like most of these movie companies now are just like, what's the next superhero movie we can make?
Either that or it's just a thriller or horror film, which I'm down to watch for sure, but I want to laugh out loud with a group of strangers in a movie theater. Bring it on.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Thanks for being a part of the Ryder and Lisa community. If you liked hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe and share the laughs with your friends.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.